Buenos dias everyone, hello and welcome to the ancient city of Hampi. We're here in Karnataka in India and we're going to go today and explore this place where ruins and natural beauty come together in perfect harmony. So join us and let's see what this city's got to offer. So you've got to remove your shoes to go inside. Hopefully the floor isn't too hot, don't fancy any blisters today. So you'll see here in the Virupaksha temple in Hampi that they have an elephant. And the elephant is here because it plays an important role in the daily rituals and the beliefs of the people that come to this temple. In Hinduism, you have Lord Ganesha, who is associated with elephants because elephants are wise and strong and courageous. And so that's the reason why they have one here. That being said, despite it being a strong spectacle, it's not something that we like. You kind of see that to have an elephant in these conditions, you see it's not the jungle. You know, it's not a green, vibrant, open space where it can mingle with other animals, is it? And so, yeah, it's for me, it's not something I really like. And of course, when you have an elephant, they've got to be trained and they've got to be treated a certain way to control them. That I don't like. These animals should be out in the wild. Just admiring currently all of the carvings and the intricate work, and we're also admiring this little friend that's joined us today.
It's called Alfredo.
Alfredo.
Alfredo is the name.
Alfredo.
Our new companion.
When's Alfredo departing us?
In a couple of days. It's not ready to leave yet.
So this Virupaksha temple is a working temple, and devotion here goes back as far as the 7th century. So the majority of the building and the works and carvings that you can see here, they kind of go back to about the 14th century, but devotion and worship here has been continuous and uninterrupted for well over 1,000 years. So as you walk around, you can really feel that sense of history here, can't you?
Yeah.
This Vijayanagara royal emblem, this here was a dynasty or an empire, and it's for that empire that this temple here exists. This was built in the 14th century during the reign of this empire, which ruled most of southern India. So I'm assuming that much of this here is almost like a family tree, showing kind of the dynasty. What you can see, so these are the names of the various family members, various emperors and kings as they ruled, and it went from the 14th century all the way through to 1565, when it was overthrown and sacked by a group of Muslim sultans. So they overthrew the city, eventually overthrew the empire, and then from that point on the city went into ruin and was kind of forgotten about and yeah, essentially left. You feel wiser and more educated now? Feel like you'll be able to repeat this information to me tomorrow? Che Guevara on the back of the Indian truck here. Well, that was an interesting experience, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely fascinating seeing the ruins of this, what was amazing city. Now it still is, of course, but it's in ruins. This, in its heyday, at the point of its maximum power, was probably the second most important, richest, largest city, not in India, in the world. So Hampi was the capital of a kingdom which ruled southern India, and it had connections all over Asia with trade, and so it made this area very, very wealthy. And you can see that as you're walking around in the buildings and the structures. Somebody or some people, or many people over many hundreds of years, went to an enormous amount of effort to make this place look the way it does. And right now, as we come out of the temple complex where we've just been, you walk down this road, you see it gets much quieter, and you've got these structures to the side. And what these were, what were they?
They were a market.
Yes.
Main market.
Yes,
so
well done.
All the shops used to be.
Well done. I was not expecting that. You just surprised me. I thought, right, this is going to be where Wayne now imparts his wise knowledge, but no, Siamara beat me to it.
Well, I have done my research as well.
Well done.
Okay.
Yeah, well, this indeed, yeah, as Siamara says, was a bazaar. All of these were little shops. So just imagine back in its heyday, many people in this city. The estimates are between 500 and 750,000 people in this city. Now, of course, what you see here is just a small section. The city goes for many miles, but imagine back in the day, go to your local town, go to your market, go to places where they sell fruit, vegetables, fish, things that people have made. This would have been here. All of these little spots here would have had cellars. It's incredible, isn't it, to think that this place, of course it had a life once upon a time, but like to think that this was once upon a time a bustling, thriving empire.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's really big. I had never seen a market like this one before. Like, I mean, like the dimensions are super big.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many people was working in here, but it was like loads of people to be able to fill all these little stands. Yeah.
Just as I'm on my way up, we're going to go down towards the river, but we passed this place, and tell me if this is just not simply one of the most beautiful things you've seen. Look at that. Now this is the real Field of Dreams. Epic. Imagine this is your garden. Now of course I know it's not. This is rice, I think, maybe, but isn't that just perfect? You complaining about your knees again?
No, I'm complaining about my back, my lower.
Such an old lady. You're going to be needing a Zimmer frame soon, aren't you?
Life is very hard. Being all day standing up is not great. It hurts.
All day standing up?
Yeah.
You got out of bed about 2 hours ago?
Like,
Explain that.
that's not true.
Busted.
You're a liar.
Eating only one water.
Water. Very juicy.
See that? I used to do this job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Well, I had a short-lived career. I say I'm not good with knives.
yeah, just but you don't have fingers anymore.
Yeah, like.
Never ask you for your scars, to be honest.
They call me the chicken whisperer. Until he finds out I ate his cousin.
Aww.
So the mission right now is that over here we're going to follow the river around, and you see all these boulders in the distance. There's kind of temples and little shrines all carved into here, and as you go even further you come across, as you do with everywhere in Hampi, more new discoveries. So we're going to make our way around this way. Fantastic, because there are very, very few people, and yeah, we're going to go on a little adventure. So continue with us on our exploration of Hampi and surroundings. Yes, come on. Get the strength in them triceps. Oh my god, you're cheating! What a fraud! A bit more. It was a joke. It was a joke.
But the 911.
No matter how tempting it is, like now, the question is, can you jump that?
No, I'm not risking my life, especially because I got this slippery sandbox. Take the long road.
You think it feels like you've been shrunken? You know, like, you watched that movie when you were a kid, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? The guy who's a scientist and he has this machine that can shrink things, and he accidentally shrinks his kids down to the size of ants. And so they're in this world where everything's massive all of a sudden. That's what it feels like here. Like all these stones and things, it just feels like we're not real size anymore. It feels like we've been shrunken down to the size of little insects, you know? Yeah, it's such a... It's just playful here, isn't it? It just makes you feel happy and excited and full of adrenaline and... Wow, look at this. How cool is that? The question is that ancient or is it relatively modern? It looks pretty well worn, doesn't it? And I suppose where it is, it's kind of protected from the rain and stuff, so yeah, that could be hundreds or even thousands of years old, who knows? She can't be very comfortable though. She's not even got her hand on her head. It's like she's like sitting like, she must have a sore neck from that, don't you reckon? Quite the ordeal trying to climb down from there. It's a little bit of a mess, but we got down safely. Not the place we want to be having an accident, but very fun nonetheless. Let's check out now what this little shrine or decoration is up here. It just looks like a more complex, ornate version of a Shiva lingam, but these have all been carved out. Can you imagine the time it's taken to do that? That's dedication. Someone sat there for a very, 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 very long time doing that. Another one here as well. What's in there? Offerings or something? Looks like cotton. Maybe people still come here to do their prayers and their offerings and whatnot. Still obviously an important place for people. We've got a little adventurer here. We made it alive. Oh no, I've got dirty hands all over CMR's clothes.
Oh, now you have to wash them. I'm getting the same.
Oh, look. It's like a temple or some kind of building there. Goes further inside as well. What's that in there? Oh, that's kind of creepy. Don't really want to go in there, it's kind of scary. That's amazing, isn't it? You wonder how old that is. out of my temple. I really need to emphasize it, just how much of just an exciting, vibrant place Hampi is. It just really puts a smile on your face, just exploring like this. If you're this, kind of person that loves adventuring, or has maybe grown up on, those movies of Indiana Jones and, the great explorers of the 19th century and all those things, a place like this kind of really allows you to go back in time and just get a little bit of a taste of that. It's of course not true adventuring. You have to go really off the beaten path for that this day in 2023. There are very few undiscovered places, but Hampi certainly gives you it's like a starter, really puts you in the mindset of what it would have been like to be a discoverer, to be an adventurer and an explorer. Now, I defy you to tell me that this doesn't look fresh, doesn't look super inviting. Again, I know that you're not here, but right now it's in the mid-30s, it's very hot, we're sweaty, we're walking, and the idea of going for a dip in that water there is so appealing. Is that real? All right, well, I take back everything that I just said about swimming in the water. I don't know if that's true, or maybe people were just ignoring this sign. Maybe people were just choosing to go swimming anyway and they just said,
I just believe in this fire you can find maybe some crocodile.
That's kind of scary, right?
That's very scary. We have reached the point where we are going to start coming back, because where we are right now is a big famous temple that Wayne will explain you about it.
Take the camera off me, Wayne. The temple up there is the Vijayanagara temple, I think that's what it's called. But it's very famous. It's one of the other famous ones here in Hampi because it's got very ornate carvings inside, and particularly well known for an ornate carved chariot, which is actually on the 50 rupee banknote. So throughout India, people every day are seeing this, maybe without even knowing, but there's an entrance fee of like 600 rupees, and we didn't bring enough money out with us. We didn't realize it was that expensive, so we're not going to be going in there today. I think we're kind of templed out a little bit, but Hampi's fantastic because you get to see all of these ruins for free. So we're going to continue, we're going to head back. We're chasing the daylight now. We've got a few hours, but we are a little bit away from home. So we're going to continue our walk. Yeah,
hopefully we'll find lots of beautiful things to show you.
Hopefully. God knows how long the video is at this point, because I feel like we videoed absolutely everything. But just to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory, we've just come from Goa. To be honest, you might see at this point that aside from the Wish You Were Here videos, we didn't make a solid, proper, edited video from Goa. And it's plain and simply because we were just enjoying ourselves, we were having a break, and it was just nice to not think about making videos. So yeah, this is our first video in a while that's like a proper planned. Well, we never plan anything. We run and gun, that's what we do. Do a little tiny bit of research, but that's about it. But the first video that's going to be edited that I've done in a long time.
Well, he's still having like 10 more videos to edit in the background, so
yeah, I'm a little bit behind at the moment.
He's a little bit lazy.
I'm not lazy at all, it's just
you just get distracted with the beers.
No, it's not that, it's just, you know, like doing these things like editing and making things, it's kind of taxing, and people go through phases with it, you know, where you make something good, you make something bad, you don't think you're very good at it, you think you're great at it. That's, I think, the life cycle and the thoughts of a creative. And yeah, I got to the point where I was like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing it? Am I any good at it? Whatever, all these thoughts that many people have. And so I just decided to give myself a break. And as a result of that, whereas we were previously really far ahead on the videos and I had about 25 videos in the bank ready to just keep posting, those are really run down now. And I've got like, oh sugar, I've got one video. So a new video has been posted today. Another video will be posted in 3 days, and that's the last one I've got done edited, so I need to kind of like get some work done. And then, yeah, in about a week's time, we're going to be going to Sri Lanka. So, new series coming. So after Hampi, we're going to do a few videos here. Then we'll make our way down to Chennai on the bus, where we're going to hopefully be flying from. We haven't bought the tickets yet.
Hopefully this bus has some aircon, because the last bus didn't have proper aircon and we almost died.
It was pretty rough going. The guy like pumped the heat on, or pumped the aircon on, but the air that was coming out was hotter than the air outside. So every time the bus stopped, everyone was desperate to go running off. And you could see all the windows inside the bus were soaking wet, because literally the air inside was hotter than the air outside, despite it being 30 plus degrees out here. So in the end, yeah, it was a really rough bus just because of the temperature. Yeah. So the next one is 14 hours. 14 hours, and
hopefully this one is better. The guy said there is a really good one, so let's hope.
So we said.
We definitely need some aircon, because now it's boiling hot.
It's very hot.
In the south.
Yeah. But so we've got the Sri Lanka series coming up. That'll be my second time to Sri Lanka. Siamara's first. So we're very excited. Really cool. We're very excited. We're going to explore parts of Sri Lanka that I've been to before and parts that I haven't been before. So primarily kind of those northern areas up near Jaffna. And so yeah, really excited. We're going to get going with that. And I think for the moment, amongst the giant boulders of Hampi and in some other relic wherever we are, I think we'll probably leave this one here. And yeah, we'll be making a new video tomorrow, so look out for that. Probably want to go and try and find some waterfalls, because despite the crocodile warnings, it's so hot. Going in the water is just so tempting. So yeah, we'll leave this one here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. We need those video numbers to go up. Get ready for the Sri Lanka series.
And see you in the next one.
Ciao.